Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times, high in our studios above West Markham Street in Little Rock. It's Thursday, November 5th. News from Little Rock and around the state. Governor Asa Hutchinson made it official yesterday in a speech to highway contractors and others. He said his highway construction plan would be revenue neutral. That is, it would be free. I call this a voodoo highway plan. Somebody wrote in to say that was unkind to Haitians. Let's call it the free lunch highway plan. There is no free highway plan any more than there's a free lunch. If Hutchinson finds money to build highways by not ending the sales tax on food, as has already been promised, or by taking money from other sources, it means at the very least growth revenue that normally would have gone to schools, health care, prisons, police, and other uses will go to highways instead. That is a cost. It is not free. We'll see. There'll be a lot more to develop on this. A judge in Hot Springs today, Sam Bird, ruled that yes, the 911 tapes made in response to calls about the death of a child in a car on a hot day in Hot Springs should be open to the Freedom of Information Act. They really didn't provide much new about the case except for the anguished cries of a father who discovered that his child was dead in his car. It's a heart-rending set of tapes, but doesn't advance the case very far. It is time, more than 3 months after the child's death, for the special prosecutor to make a decision in this case. It's said to be an accident, but that still could mean a negligence charge could be filed. The Republican Party's been meeting with John Boozman, the senator from Arkansas, who faces a re-election challenge next year from Democrat Connor Eldridge, telling him he better get with it. Eldridge raised more money than he did in the last quarter, and they say Boozman needs to get moving. Not many people in Arkansas know Boozman based on recent polling. He's kind of a low-key individual, but the Republican predilection of the state these days might be enough to elect him regardless. Another piece of news from Governor Asa Hutchinson's office. He said today that his senior aide, Carlton Safa, will no longer deal on insurance matters. He worked on insurance legislation during his recent legislative session. He joined the governor's staff for $90,000 a year in January after working in the insurance industry. Democrat Gazette reported extensively this morning on an investigation by the insurance department of Safa for some questionable sales tactics. He accepted a reprimand letter and turned in his license. This is the third insurance black eye for the Hutchinson administration. He appointed Alan Kerr, who had a most questionable past in his own career as an insurance agent, as the insurance commissioner. Kerr's had to repay $1 million to the federal government because his department spent money on operations that it wasn't supposed to spend on operations. He might need to clean a little more house at the insurance department. I'm referring to the governor. Marijuana in Arkansas. I mentioned yesterday that polling shows 2/3 of Arkansans are friendly toward medical marijuana. David Couch, who carried a medical marijuana initiative in a previous election, says he's going to try again. If he does, that would be the fourth petition drive currently circulating. 3 have already been certified to legalize marijuana in some form in Arkansas. Brad Bolding, who'd been a successful North Little Rock football coach and was fired last April because of questions about purchasing practices and recruiting, appealed his firing to circuit court. A judge today said he had not met the standard necessary to get his firing reversed. His attorney said that he may appeal. More obstacles developed to the massive Interstate 30 building project, which the Highway Department appears to be dead set to do no matter how much damage it does to the city of Little Rock. MetroPlan says it's going to take a waiver from the existing planning guidelines that set limits of 6 lanes on freeways. They want to build 10. And furthermore, MetroPlan says it'll cost billions of dollars to fix the traffic congestion that'll be caused at other points in the road system if they build that project. The Highway Department seems determined. I learned today through Freedom of Information Act about a little tension at City Hall. Mayor Mark Stodola, mayor in Little Rock for 8 years, needs some more staff. He needs a chief of staff, a big shot to help him keep up with his duties in office. And so he's got 2 new positions created. He insisted they be done. One of them was advertised very narrowly for only 3 days. And guess what? They got only 1 applicant. My guess is she'll be getting that job. Finally, this is something to stay tuned for. The Transportation Security Administration tells me that somebody was arrested at Little Rock Airport Tuesday for trying to bring 50 rounds of high-caliber ammunition onto a plane. That's against the law. The bullets were seized. They won't say who it was. Little Rock police so far have been dead silent on who was stopped at that security checkpoint. I've been led to believe it might be somebody interesting. So stay tuned to the Arkansas blog. I hope to have more. By the way, a viewer asked yesterday why we don't have text to go along with these videos. We do for most of these stories. Go to the Arkansas blog, arkansasblog.com, and you'll find stories to back up most of the things I talk about here. I'm Max Brantley. Be back tomorrow.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city, by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.